My name is Jenny Matthews. I am a 2001 graduate of Northwestern. I am currently living in Valence, France, which is in the southeast of France, near Lyon. I live with my Irish husband and our one-year-old child. And I am running a tourism business organizing customized trips for foreigners in the region, in the Rhône-Alpes region. If I wanted to say anything today, it was to let you know how I came to be in France and what the French language has meant to me in the past few years. So basically, I took French throughout high school and college. I was a horrible student, and I really could have done a lot better, but I was also very interested in France and the country and its culture, and I wanted to learn more. Right after school, I decided to teach English for a year over in France, in Valence, where I still am today. And it was the best decision I ever made. I learned so much that year. Already my French improved 100-fold from what it was. And the most important thing that I learned was that I wanted to learn more, and I wanted to stay on and get to know France even more. So I took a job in sales for 4 years, and there I think that was a really important decision because I learned a lot about French business. My vocabulary improved greatly, and I learned how French people work. I learned the way they mull things over, how they think about things before coming to a decision, rather than making snap decisions, which I think we are prone to do a lot, we as Americans. So I think overall that was a really, really important experience for me to spend some time in the French business milieu. However, after a while I realized I really wanted to do something else that meant something to me, a way that I could kind of contribute back by using everything I learned while I've been in this country. And that's why I started Red Balloon Travel and Consulting. I wanted to take all the knowledge that I've gleaned over the past 9 years and use that to help other people, particularly Americans, have an experience outside of the norm, you know. People often, tourists travel and see Paris and Normandy and the Côte d'Azur, which is fabulous, but it doesn't give you an idea of how things really work. Everybody speaks English there. There are a lot of tourists. Everything is really geared towards a foreign tourist perspective. And I wanted to be able to give people an idea of how things really are here. So that's why I started my travel business, and I've been doing that since 2008 now. Why have I decided to stay in France? France is now a home to me, and it will be for the foreseen future anyway. I think the things that are the most special to me in France are the history and the culture. I love the fact that everywhere you walk there's a little bit of history. You know, we go to a friend's house for dinner and you're walking through a house that is from the 17th century. I recently went to see an Arcade Fire concert in a Roman amphitheater. Those sort of things, those sort of experiences, you just can't get in the States. Another thing that is really special to me here is the importance that is placed on gastronomy, on food and wine. That is really, really important here. People take time to sit down and to eat and to enjoy their food. They take time to cook, and using local seasonal products. It's like the stereotype, they really are passionate about their food. It is difficult to go into a restaurant and have a bad meal. everything is served fresh, and you can really tell that it is something that is important to people.
Another thing that is really important to me here in France is the overall balance that people seem to have with life, a balance between work, play, family. People work really, really hard, but they also have a lot of vacation time. They have about 5 weeks of vacation in general. Families spend a lot of time together. They have their meals together. They spend weekends together. A lot of kids, once they get older and they move out of the house, they come back on the weekends to see their parents and the rest of their family. So there's a really important balance here that I think is something that we as Americans miss a lot.
Another thing that is amazing here is the health system. It's one of the best in the world, and the Social Security system makes it affordable. Obviously, there are positive and negatives to that, but I think it is a really positive thing for our family. The great medical system, we're surrounded by good doctors and good people when we need advice. So that is something that is really, really valuable to me.
What is so important about France and the French language and culture? To me, it is the experiences like this. It's the opportunities that you are given, the doors that open that otherwise wouldn't be there. Even on the state side, having the French language is a big asset to employers. I know I went to many a job interview. When people saw that I was fluent in French, they were very impressed. I never ended up taking those jobs because I decided I wanted to stay in France. But it is a really important quality to be able to offer, particularly in this global community that is ever downsizing.
Thank you, and good luck.